Hi guys, so this video is going to be about how I got into Amazon. Uh, I'm recording the intro in office so that it gives all the feels, but we'll proceed to the video part of it at home. So let's go.
Hello guys, so I'll be covering how I got into Amazon and the process which I followed and few tips which could help you get placed wherever you want. So my placement was actually a campus placement. It was nothing I reached out to offline or on LinkedIn. Basically, I was in Lady Shri Ram College, New Delhi. I completed my BCom honors from there with a minor in mathematics. So LSR, as you all know, is reputed for its placements, right? So that's how I got into Amazon. So my role currently is of a catalog specialist. I cannot reveal much about my role, but it's basically a subject matter expert. That, to sum it up, you can Google what a subject matter expert is for your knowledge. So basically, how I got into Amazon was something which I never imagined, but I always dreamed of. So thank you God for everything. So I'll just start from the start. Very basics. CV. So my CV did not have any professional courses whatsoever. No CFP, no CFA, nothing which could make me stand out of the crowd. So what I did was, instead of focusing on professional courses, which I knew I was not going to do, because I'm not someone who can sit in front of the laptop and do online courses. I knew that from the start. I know my weaknesses, so I tried to play on something which I am strong about, right? So basically, I loved talking to people. Like, I still do, not as much, but I really liked socializing in college. And Enactus was something I had dreamt about since 11th grade, getting into Enactus, purely because one of my cousins was into Enactus and it really fascinated me actually. So I got into Enactus in my first year as an associate, and I would say that was a turning point in my life. I'm still wearing an Enactus merch because I'm still wearing the Enactus merch because it will always be a piece of my heart. Anyway, enough about Enactus. So basically in Enactus, I did a lot of work which made my CV stand out. I made a video for them which went into the nationals. I think it reached till semi-finals. So that is something which made my CV stand out. Apart from that, I headed the photography club of our college, which was called Project. I was also the head of the Campus and Student Welfare Association, which was a newly formed association basically. It was under Student Union, and I was also the sub-head of our social media department, social media team. So this is basically the societies which I headed during my tenure in LSR. During those 3 years, I did put in a lot of effort to do something for those societies. So basically that is about about the society and extracurricular part of it. So coming to internships, I would say that I really got lucky with them. I did not have any corporate names in my internship, but like in my internship list, but I did have two really good brand names, which were Government of Delhi. I did an internship in ACL, and I also did intern with Niti Aayog. So basically these were the two things. Apart from that, my CGPA was pretty decent when Amazon came, so that was also something. And my marks in 12th and 10th were also pretty okay. So these were the basic contents of my CV. Okay, coming to the second aspect. So when Amazon came, they basically gave a PPT, pre-placement talk. They also, so the first round was CV shortlisting. The second round was an aptitude test, which was based on a lot of things. It was based on mostly logical reasoning and critical thinking. So if you're looking to, no prep was required, I would say, but basic thinking, and you're conscious, like what would you do if you were put in a situation, sort of a thing. Apart from that, we had 3 rounds of interviews, and I kid you not, they were pretty tough. Like, the first 2 rounds were still okay, but the third round was all about grilling and a lot of questioning. So basically the role which I sat before did not have any technical questions per se. It did have few technical questions, but not like the ones business analysts get or say data analysts get. But yeah, that is about the interview process. So basically what Amazon does is they want to test your leadership skills, they want to test your presence of mind. Basically, what would you do if you're put in a lot of pressure, sort of a thing. And they do want someone with good communication skills. That is something which I observed when the interview was taking my interview as well. I did not fumble a lot like I do in front of the camera. I do tend to fumble a little maybe, but at that time you just have to stay very confident. What else? I can't really disclose anything because that would be unfair to the interviewers as well, because they put in a lot of time and effort to take interviews. I can't just give away everything, right? I can just give you a few tips about your CV and what to add, what not to add. Maybe I can give a sample CV sort of a thing. But that's something which I can give if you want. I won't just like give it. I'll just think of a few more things if I can think of anything.
Sorry to interrupt, this is editing Bhavya, who realized she missed out a really, really important point. So basically, whenever you're preparing your CV and or giving an answer for an interview, always use the STAR approach. STAR approach as in start with the situation at hand, the task you were given, the action you took, and the result. The situation and the result being the most important key points. You should focus on the situation more and the result. Try to give numbers, try to give the impact, and that will be a game changer in your CV as well as in the interview. Because interviews do not like to listen to stories, they want a crisp answer, and the STAR approach helped me. It might help you as well.
So the interview process, which I'm saying, the 3 rounds I'm talking about, they happened all in one day, and it was like 20 minutes each, and my last round lasted for about 30 to 35 minutes. And after my last round I was like, maybe it won't happen because it was so intense. But then it did happen. We got the results in I think 2 or 3 days. Okay, so one tip I would like to give you, which is very obvious but people do tend to do it: do not lie in your interviews. I know you must have heard it a lot, but this really, like, the interviewers do take a lot of interviews and they do know that when a person is lying basically. So when you lie, they get to know that, and it's a very negative impact on the interviewer's mind as well, because they will cross question you and you won't necessarily have answers to those questions.
Also, one more thing, very small, very basic, but I did not really do that during my internship interviews, so I think this might be helpful. Basically, when an interview says that, do you have any questions for me? If you have even the slightest doubt, it will show on your face, because मेरे फेस पे genuinely दिखता था कि I was confused and I wanted to know more, but I always used to be humble and I was like, okay, no, all clear and all of that. But someone taught me that you should not do that. You should ask any questions you have, because उसके बाद we won't get the chance to interact with the same interviewer or any HR or anything to know more about the role and or anything, any doubt which you have. So always ask your doubts, always ask questions, because it shows that you're interested in the role. That's it.
That is all I could think of, guys. If you have any specific questions, you can let me know. If not, we can maybe do a part 2 relating to my college life, because that is something I can share more openly about, because that's not confidential in any way or form. Apart from that, if you want the sample CV, do let me know in the comment section below. I will provide you with the drive link or something like that. I hope you guys found this video a little informative. It gave you some clarity as to how I got into Amazon, and that's it actually. Thank you so much. If you found this video helpful in any way, do let me know in the comments. Do subscribe. Do like the video and drop a comment. Thank you so much. Take care, guys, and best of luck for your placement process. I know the season is hard. I know you might have a lot of doubts, but don't worry. Everything happens for a reason, and you will get the best. Thank you so much.